Taurus, welcome to your weekly reading for April the 18th to the 24th. Let's get started and see what messages and major themes we have for you coming up this week. Okay, for Taurus, let's get started. Major themes for Taurus this week. Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's see, one card flipped up. Okay, let's see. We got a leg up. Being flexible, a leg up, here and now, and chop wood. Very interesting selection of cards you received here, Taurus. Looks like you're getting ready for something that's coming up. You might not be aware of this shift yet. Chop wood sort of gives me this idea that you're preparing, right? You're sweeping out the room, you're cleaning things up because you're getting ready for something. You're anticipating the need for something and you're preparing for it. You are being guided to stay in the here and now, which tells me with chopped wood that maybe you're thinking about the future. You're thinking about the future, and this reading is guiding you to stay in the present, and to be flexible. So that makes me feel like maybe you're anticipating some outcomes in the future and you're being guided to just be flexible about what you're getting attached to as far as outcomes go. You are being supported along the way with this beautiful leg up card. I love this card. It's such a beautiful image, such a beautiful message of support from the divine in times where you may feel like you're on your own, but you're actually being quite supported here. But it's interesting, seeing these three cards tells me that, excuse me, seeing these three cards tells me that Taurus is being guided to stay present, to not anticipate too far ahead in the future, and to be flexible so that you're not attached to certain outcomes, because you are being supported and guided universally here. The universe is divinely guiding you. So it's best to sort of just stay in the present moment and be open and receptive instead of sort of locked into one outcome, you know? Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck here. Unfinished Symphony is on the bottom of the deck. So this definitely feels like something that, you know, may have come up in the past and been left open. You didn't get closure for it, and it feels like it's coming back. So you're sort of anticipating this already and preparing for it in a way, but you sort of being guided already to stay present and to not jump ahead too far into the future. Might not serve you to do that. Okay, let's see here. We'll jump into the tarot cards and see if we can clarify this message for Taurus. Sun, Moon, and Rising. Ooh, what was that? That's the Four of Cups in reverse. So this is interesting with Unfinished Symphony. Something that you felt you missed out on. An opportunity. You felt like you missed out on an opportunity into something. Interesting. And it feels like you're preparing for that opportunity now. But maybe you're thinking ahead too far into the future. There's the Knight of Rods. Practically the whole deck flipped over, but the Knight of Rods came out. So perhaps you're feeling too impulsive, and that's creating a challenge for you to be grounded in the now, because you're 10 steps ahead already. You're 10 steps ahead and you've got this fiery goal in mind. You know, you're being maybe a bit impulsive or led by some need to jump ahead quickly instead of sort of taking your time. And it might be because you feel like you missed out on an opportunity and you don't want to miss out on it again. But it's interesting that you're being guided to stay in the present. The Knight of Rods moves quickly ahead, very confident and charismatic. There's the Ace of Cups in reverse coming up as your what's top of mind for you right now, Taurus. What's top of mind for you right now is you're not necessarily anticipating a new beginning that will be about others. I was seeing the Ace of Cups in reverse tells me that perhaps this is a personal journey. Perhaps the Unfinished Symphony and the preparation you're doing for the future, it has something to do with you, not another. This doesn't involve others. I feel like you're wanting to move quickly towards something for yourself, but it's like you're not open emotionally to others right now. You're not emotionally open to others. You're not offering your cup to anybody. Emotionally, you're very guarded right now. You might be feeling really guarded emotionally. You might be feeling like you missed out on an opportunity, and it's shifting your emotions towards feeling more impulsive than flexible. You're feeling more rushed. It's almost like you feel like there's no time. It's like you feel like there's no time to waste. And it's like, it's an interesting idea here. There's the Hierophant. He's driving the whole reading. This is Taurus energy in the Hierophant, my friends. So, I can't help but feel like you're trying to understand something on a deeper level. You might be trying to rush through some paperwork or some legal matters. You just want to get to the end of something, and you're feeling kind of guarded emotionally. And yet at the same time feeling impulsive about wanting to just get this over with, this unfinished symphony. You want it to be finished and finalized. It may involve some legal matters. And the star is coming out here as your recent past energy with the Page of Rods. I feel like you underwent some healing in the past when I see that star card coming out for you in the past, Taurus. That makes me think that you've had to heal from something, and it's almost like you rushed that as well. When I see that Page of Rods in reverse, it's like you didn't take the time to sort of explore things as you were healing. I think you sort of just went straight to the healing instead of sort of taking the energy and the opportunity to explore yourself a little bit more, a little deeper, this unfinished symphony, to explore it deeper. And so as a result, it got left unfinished. And so now in the present, it's been amped up a little bit. And we see the Knight of Rods here with the Four of Cups in reverse in the present. Let's see what's coming up in the future energy for you. Yeah, I don't think you're about sharing your emotions right now. Yeah, coming up in the future, we see the Magician in reverse. That tells me that there's something that is not in balance within. You need to go back and understand that more, I think, which is why we're sort of back at the Magician. You know what I mean? The Magician is card 1, and it's all about knowing that you can impact the external world by adjusting the internal world. And seeing the Magician in reverse tells me that there's something not in balance within. That Ace of Cups is showing me that there is you're feeling guarded, and like you need to protect yourself. You're not wearing your heart on your sleeve. But something here is trying to get your attention towards finishing something, to receive closure on something, to finalize something in the now, instead of rushing ahead to the future. It's very interesting reading so far. Let's see, what's the inner dialogue here for Taurus? Ooh, that's way too many. Cards are just flying out for you, Taurus. Let's see, what's the inner dialogue right now? Oh my goodness, that's too many again. You got a lot of things going on in your mind right now, don't you? Oh, that's also too many, but one card fell out. Let's see what it is. It's the Seven of Cups. So that tells me that you're considering some options for yourself, and none of them feel quite right. They may be options that you would have chosen in the past and not hesitated, but now it seems like you're looking at these options and thinking, I don't really resonate with any of these choices right now. And not really feeling, again, that emotionally, you're not letting your emotions guide here. I think you're feeling like you can't let your guard down, and that these choices are not are not going to work for you for some reason moving forward. It's like they're based on outcomes that you decided in the past weren't possible. Yeah, isn't that interesting? Your outer exterior self here, 8 of Cups with the 7 of Swords, that makes me think that you've decided that none of these emotional options serve you, and you're just going to make a run for it. That you're just going to sort of rely on logic and not really look at any of these options that are, in your mind, not really interesting to you. They're not really the options that you are interested in at this time. And so as a result, you're sort of just, I think you're just sort of moving away from them. You're not wanting to look at something. This feels like you're sort of denying yourself the truth, that you don't want to see something as being true. And it's almost like you're thinking to yourself, this just needs to be over. I just need to make this be over. And I can't help but feel like that 7 of Swords makes me think that you're walking on eggshells around somebody, or you're tiptoeing around the truth, like you know the truth. Because inner dialogue, you already know what doesn't serve you. With this 7 of Cups, you're well aware of what does not work for you, and it's almost like you're just not wanting to go there. The universe is supporting you, because I think it keeps bringing back this unfinished symphony, hoping that you'll put closure to it. Let's see here, hopes and fears around this missed opportunity of sorts is the Death card. You want to transform, but you're afraid of what that transformation will mean in terms of how it will change everything. Yeah, it's interesting. It's almost like Spirit's been guiding you towards this transformation for some time. And you know that. You know, if this is resonating for you, Taurus, I think you know exactly the area of your life that this reading is pointing towards. It is a general reading, so don't force it. But if there's been something that just kind of keeps coming back and it never gets completely finished, and you're almost at a point now where you're thinking, I missed out on an opportunity to actually address this, and now the time has passed. None of these emotional options are appropriate, and I just want this to be resolved legally. It feels like there's a legal matter here with this Hierophant, or it may involve a spouse. It may involve a spouse. This may involve a marriage. And it's almost like you've decided you can't impact this situation anymore. But I think the divine has something else in mind for you. You're really being guided to look at things from the here and now, and to not be preparing for a future that you're not 100% about. I feel like there's a transformation here, and you're very guarded. And Ace of Cups in reverse, you're very guarded about this. And you want to experience something transformative within this area of whatever it is we're talking about. It feels very emotional, and it feels like it's something that within you remains unfinished. You know, it's not in balance, it's unfinished. There's stuff that needs to be done here, and you're being guided to stay in the present moment, I think, to finish this unfinished symphony, you know? Final outcome on this for Taurus. Oh, the cards are funny in my hands today. 2 of Cups in reverse. Final outcome. You know, Taurus, for some of you, there's so many cups here. I can't help but think that for some of you, this is involving a relationship. Like I was just saying, could be a spouse. You're very guarded right now against this person. 10 of Pentacles in reverse on the bottom of the deck. So that makes me really feel this for you, Taurus. I feel like there is a very committed union here that you're wondering about. And it's almost like you feel like you missed the opportunity to either deepen the connection or to move away from the connection. Two of Cups in reverse to me says that there is a union here that you just, even when you look back, it's like you think about a missed opportunity or a missed moment, or there was something here that just doesn't feel like complete harmony, and seeing the 10 of Pentacles in reverse, that makes me feel like there's an ending here. And the 8 of Cups certainly feels like you want to walk away towards something else. But, take it as it resonates, my friends. This does feel like transformation is on the table, but that closure needs to happen first. This unfinished symphony needs to be closed off. And I think the universe is trying to set you up into a perfect position to do just that. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that for you, Taurus. Thank you so much for joining me for this reading. Sending you so much love and light.